Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Let me know if my mic is working this time around. First thing and foremost, you got to let me know if the mic is working. Am I broadcasting? Am I talking to myself? Let me know. Let me know, guys. Just put a comment. Let me know if I'm broadcasting clear. The sound is good. Camera is good. Yeah, turn on the VPN this time so that hopefully everything's good. All right, good. That's good. Thank you so much. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This what time is it? Oh, come on, let's have a look. Oh, Santa. Santa is tired. It's 6:30 p.m. in New York, Eastern, and still late afternoon in the West, 3:30 p.m. But it's here in Singapore, in China here, it's 7:30 a.m. on Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, 2025. With me, Ace, or Santa Ace, on this live stream, the last live stream of the year for Ramen Toy. And we're so happy that you can join me. Thank you so much for your time. And of course, today is going to be a fun, packed live stream. Hopefully, we can do this under 2 hours. All right, nice and short, maybe 90 minutes if we're fast. Because why? I've got to be heading off to the airport really soon. Got a flight back to Singapore for Christmas, and gonna be taking some time off with family, like you guys as well. Taking the Christmas off for family and friends, and then I'll be back here in the factory area just on New Year, and then we'll be getting into all the great stuff that we'll be talking about right now. Okay, so yeah, I think I can't make do with this beard thing, right? So let's take off the glasses and the beard for the reveal. Thanks, guys, for joining me. How do you like the shirt? Right, there you go. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Yesterday we had the great time on the Mega Powers podcast. If you guys have not actually listened to it, please go and check out that podcast with myself. And yesterday I had a bit of a technical issue, so I figured my computer was acting up. I got to just restart the whole system, and now my mic is working, and now the camera is working. So hopefully, I won't be freezing during this live stream. All right. So, but before we get into things, all right, I just want to do this shout out. Hold on. There we go. Oh, I forgot to actually do this. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so it's very important because I'd like to give a shout out to this Kickstarter campaign, right? The Mighty Orbots, which I am actually a part of because it is a life dream from this creator, Mr. Albert, and he has set up this Kickstarter, and the journey has started like a year before when he approached me to embark and get this product in progress, right? To get the designs, to get the prototype done. So we spent a whole year doing the sculpting, the transformation mechanics, albeit a simple one, but we still went through some iterations because nothing is done on the first time. So what I'm just going to do is just copy the link right here and paste it in the comments so that you guys can go check it out. Okay. So yeah, I mean, this campaign, I really hope that it's going to fun because with 20 days to go, it's currently almost at 50%. And we all believe in miracles, right? Miracles. So if you guys have any interest in this or would like to just support the campaign to fulfill a lifetime's dream from a passionate toy collector, go and support this campaign. If not, please go share on your social so that more people get to know it. I think we can make it. All right, and then it'll be great if Albert can, you know, uh, have this successful, because I met Albert for the first time as well when we were in SDCC, and just quickly go through the thing. You guys can go check out when you have time. It's a diecast mighty Orbots. It is made in the essence of the 80s, right? Exactly like that. Nothing too fancy, like back in the day. And of course, it transforms, it combines, and there's some accessories, and of course, a great team behind it. Gary G designed the packaging, and of course, Michael Canova is orchestrating the campaign. And pretty soon we'll see a picture of Albert over there. And this is actually in my hotel room in SDCC, right? And then there you go. Albert is there, enjoying the prototype. He's satisfied. He's seen it and he's happy. So let's make him even more happy by making the successful Kickstarter. Okay? So that's all I have to say about that. And of course, Merry Christmas to Albert and family. And we'll be in touch really soon. Okay, so back to business, guys. So I'd like to say hi to the people in the chat, those who have come early. Again, I apologize for delaying for 30 minutes because I really had some slides to put up in some videos which I did last minute. Again, due to a very hectic schedule, I had no time. I could have a good rest last night, and then woke up this early this morning at 5 a.m. prepared the stuff, and I figured I just needed 30 minutes more. All right, so without further ado, let's say hi to Zim0048 for thank you for joining the stream. Happy holidays to you. We have Destro319. Happy holidays. Runis in the house. We have the Titans going to be catching us on the replay. That's great. Paul Morales, thank you so much for joining the stream. Appreciate you very much. Same time toys. My apologies that day for actually tagging you, because I just tagged Sam Newsman, but I saw Sam SA. I just tagged you, so my mistake. So just to clarify that, all right. But no harm done. So Irish Johnny. Okay, so you're talking about the early bird for the tanks, right? So if you have placed the order for the early bird price and you're paying the balance, of course, you'll only be charged the early bird price. So please go ahead to contact our staff at sales@ramentoy.com, because there are still a few unfulfilled orders, and then perhaps you are one of them. So we don't want to actually, give up your quantity or your order piece to somebody else, because again, due to some order cancellations or other non-fulfillment, we're actually putting up the Hunter tank back on order for those who have missed out when it was actually sold out. So please, if your order is there and you're here, so please do reach out to customer service and we will make sure that your order gets shipped to you. All right, thank you so much. My goodness, 9 minutes in, I'm already parched, so I got my Christmas mug here to have some water. All right, okay, I'm gonna quickly move on here to say hi to also Video Power Gaming. We have Lae. All right, no, I'm not actually part of that. Apologies, but I'll be game again. I'll be game to be able to do that as well. Miggy in the house, everybody. Happy holidays to you as well. We got JJ Sheets. There will be some announcement on the vehicle, but we will talk about that soon. And it'll be great to have some MaKiNa first news. Okay, I will put that in front of the slides. Okay, very soon. And then of course Grand Papa as well. Merry Christmas. And we have my Nix in the house as well. Furthermore, moderator here. Okay, guys, I'm going to just quickly go into the proper presentation of the stream without further ado, because the time is obviously important for everybody. All right, so I'm just going to kick off by showing my slide. I think it's like that. Okay, and I got to turn off this comment. Hold on. Okay. So hopefully you guys are seeing the slide, which is obviously our logo first. And okay, so first things up, is next year in 2026 will be 5 years old. All right, 5 years old, 5th anniversary of Ramen Toy. And for that, obviously, we're gonna be putting up some special 5th anniversary products. Okay, and while we're still gonna be thinking about what would be the special 5th anniversary products, we will quickly just talk about the very first product that we've made, which is the 80s Commanders. And what you see here is actually a gift set packaging. All right, the three main characters package in a gift set. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna offer this gift set as our 5th anniversary product. This is a confirmed product that we're gonna be doing. Of course, the rest of the 5th anniversary specials will be announced later, but we're going to announce this. And you see the word Centurions over there, right? Because we have actually gotten the legal naming rights for Centurions. And upon further clearance from our legal representative rep from the States, I will be able to give you guys more information, because right now we're just given the so-called go ahead that we have registered and there's been no contest. So if that's the case, we will be able to push forward to produce our Centurions products with the actual Centurions naming convention. Okay, so that is the first big news that I have for everybody. And of course, what does this mean? It means that we will be, like another company rehashing an 80s property, we will be rehashing this property in 1/6 scale with original gimmicks, which means that let me just put myself a little bigger here. Which means, okay, if you talk about a rehash, right, you are talking about exactly what the the vintage item was. So in terms of what we did before, the figures had no function, right? The figures is a full figure. There was no firing gimmicks with the first range. All these will be revised to look exactly like the 80s, but in 1/12 scale. That's a 1/6. I'm sorry, 1/12. 6 inches, 1/12. So same, but different, but maybe still same, is because, again, it's a gamble for us, because maybe the hardcore collectors of Centurions wants the exact, what is it, 10 inches or 7 inches, right? Maybe they want it that big. But we're going to take a gamble because we feel that collectors want it in 1/12 scale, but with all the original feel and gimmicks. Nothing like what we did, which was a reiteration of the parts, right? We reiterated and then it was some changes, but now we're going to be doing back to the original with the gimmicks. Like the center is gonna rotate, and then we're gonna just basically get the original weapon systems to string down to 1/12 scale, right? Again, not a copy, because we're always going to improve it a little bit, right? We're not going to do a verbatim copy, string down, and then rehash. No, we're going to make it, modernize a little bit, but you will definitely keep the original feel. You will feel that, yes, this is better than the original. That's the main goal. So like another company that was rehashing an 80s property, the result was kind of like, oh, it's like the original, but shouldn't you be improving some stuff to make it better than the original? Which is actually a very difficult question to answer. Do you guys actually want the original, or you want an improved original? So I'm just going to take a gamble and do an improved original versus an original. Okay, so that is what I have to say about this first announcement. Hopefully, it's already worth your time for the live stream. Let me know. And the next slide, okay, would be of course, to let you know on the progress of the helmet. So what happened was that we put this up for order for 3 days. We took it down and we put it up for order again for 3 days during NYCC. So again, it was a SDCC 3 days sale and an NYCC 3 day sale. So we gotten about 500 orders, okay, which is obviously not enough for a project this massive. It is a huge tooling, okay, and we do hope that you will be able to support us when we put this up for pre-order next year without 3 days, right? A full pre-order, collecting upfront payments. Now that's the advantage of people who actually, for the 500 orders that were already placed, you only paid the $20, and your $20 is good, all right, until the product is ready and you pay the rest. But for January, around February, when we put this up for pre-order, then 100% payment will be paid upfront versus any deposit. So that's the difference for those that actually supported this way early during SDCC and NYCC. Okay. In addition, for those that is going to be partaking on the orders later on, no fear, because you will see the close to production prototype, right? Everything has been revised. All the comments about the head, your head size being bigger, all right, is there. And then now I'm going to have the actual lens that I promised. It's an actual tooled lens. We've tooled the lens. It'll be placed in the prototype of the helmet, along with the the breathable apparatus, right? The filtration system that we have. And then I'll be sending this off to, maybe I don't reveal it yet, but I believe an important person that actually spoke the words of this helmet's character, if I'm already giving it away. All right. So I'm going to be sending that out to this person, and hopefully this person will be able to endorse us on the product, and we are able to actually at least get us to break even, and then fulfill the project. Okay, so that is the update for this helmet, and of course I'll be bringing this to AFC, Action Figure AFC, right? Action Figure Convention, right? Which is in Toronto on the 31st of January. So yes, I'll be traveling first thing in the new year, first to Nuremberg for 2 days to visit, the Collectors Bay. Hopefully they have time. I've not set the appointment yet for our friends in Germany. So if you're listening to the stream, of course, I'll be in touch with you to finalize meeting plans. Again, no obligation, but it'll be great if we actually met a hat trick, right? 3 times, 3 years in a row, we met up, and then share the latest developments, like a chat. Anyways, the Collectors Bay guys, I'll be seeing you, Dennis and team, hopefully in Nuremberg, and then I'll be heading straight away to Toronto via New York, and I'll be in AFC with the helmet and with our Eagle Shop production sample, not pre-production, actual production sample, and some of the stuff. Okay, so I'll be going through that in a bit. But helmet will be there at Action Figure Convention, and we'll have the helmet sent off for vetting and endorsement really soon. All right, so that is helmet. Next thing, okay. Speaking of helmet, so this is actually why is it placed like that? This is actually me giving the draft of our Aces of Aviation Wave 2 packaging design. So we have converted the packaging design from a boxed packaging to a blister packaging with collector-friendly slide-off backing card. So what you see on the left of the screen is the backing card, the backside of the backing card, where it will feature an illustration of the figure by Chris Jelsey. And on the right side over there, you are seeing the insert on the inside of the blister. So I'll have a sort of a blown up, close up, cropped up image of the pilot on the inside of the blister as a frontage with the name and everything there. And then the back side of the card has the figure in a full body with maybe some write up. And then on the back of that would just be our Ace of Aviation, and there'll be a new logo which I will reveal soon because I'm still touching up. And then you'll have the figure there. I'll probably I didn't take a picture of the blister, but yeah, I should have taken a picture of the blister to show you guys. Okay, so I just got a message, so just check it out. Okay, so yeah, this slide is update that we are in the process of production for the Ace of Aviation Wave 2, but of course delivery can only be done after Chinese New Year. Okay, I'll have more information on that in January before the factory shuts down for CNY, and I'll show you guys the blister packaging. I'll show you guys some production pieces, and of course now we're going to include two. If I said before, for those of you who are paying attention, if I said before that this time round we're going to be using decals instead of stickers, I'm going to reverse my speech, because on hindsight the decals doesn't work too well, because number one, the decals are very, very thin, and then when it goes onto the figure, it sort of wraps onto the shape, and there is profiles on the arms as well as the chest area. There are already detailed sculpted profiles. So what's going to happen is that the decal is going to rest into the shape of whatever is on the surface, and that doesn't look too good, because a patch is supposed to be rigid, whereby you don't see it sink into the profile of your sculpt. So with that in mind, we are switching back to stickers, but there will be two sets of stickers. All right, one set would be stickers that is improved, thinner. Another set would be cloth-like stickers. So there'll be two effects, and I'll let you guys decide which one you want to use for your figures. But the idea is that we're trying new stuff. So this cloth sticker, there's pros and cons, right? The cloth is woven, so when it prints on the cloth, it's not printing as precisely as it would have been done on paper, right? The dot per inch on the paper is definitely a higher resolution versus the print on the cloth. However, it should yield different effects, and you'll decide for yourself which one is better. So for me, I'm torn between the two, right? And personally, I would have loved to have the cloth be more resolute and contrasting, but that's the side effect of the cloth, because of the micro gaps, right? The print is not able to capture everything, so there is going to be a loss of resolution on the cloth, but it does look different. And if I would be too critical, I would say that it has a sheen to it, which throws me off, because normally patches are not shiny, but this patch has a sheen to it due to the nature of the fabrics used on the thing. I'll show you guys, right? Once I have the confirmed sample, I've got a mock-up sample, but don't think it's right. We're gonna change the colors, and then once I have that, I'll show you guys again on Facebooks and my socials of what the stickers are, and then you can see for yourself. It's good enough, and it's good. I think good, and I'll let you guys decide for yourself. Okay, so that is update on Ace of Aviation Wave 2, and then of course we have what you might call it, the Bad to the Bone prototype that I'm improving before I actually send it off to a reviewer. And I believe this reviewer would do it justice once you have it in hand to tell you guys its pros and cons. So currently I am working on, as I mentioned, the hinge portion of the rib where it catches the figure it has got to have the ratcheting ability, so that when you ratchet up the bone for a taller figure, it stays, versus my prototype before, which was a ball joint, and it just drops. Even though if you have it tight, it's still going to drop. So it's gone back to the drawing board to revise that joint. And once I have it, the prototype will be sent for review, and hopefully we can get this pre-order out as soon as possible in the new year. Okay, so that's the update for that, as well as a quick talk about Xmas and Desistor. So again, those two guys are also undergoing some final changes to its articulation. I've shared some images of them on our private Facebook official fan page. And those of you who have seen it, right, you will know that I've shown some pre-colored figures, prototypes, and then I make a note that I'm still improving on some aspect of basically the app crunch. Okay, so once that is done in the new year, I would be confident to show both an unpainted piece that I can probably send off to review. To again, when I say you don't review prototypes, is one thing, but to review the prototype to see the joint is another thing. Okay, so hopefully I can get it out to the hands of some reviewers to look at the articulation, and then I'll show off the full coloration piece that I will not send off, because again, a full colored piece is meant to be our paint master, and that has to remain at the factory for development. But hopefully it will be available in Motuniverse in May. Okay, so I'm marked for going to Motuniverse in Torrance, California in May, and I'll be bringing this guy on screen right now, as well as Xmas and Desistor for you guys to see in the flesh. So finally, after I would say 3 years, right, almost 3 years from its debut at PowerCon 2023, it will finally make its full colored appearance, but still in prototype form at Motuniverse, and then we'll be collecting pre-orders. All right. Okay, so let me just go through the chat before I lose everybody. I just want to see if I can answer some questions, if there were any that was posed during my rant. Of course, hello as well as to Laser Pants, right? He's in the house. There we go. Thank you so for joining the stream. Okay, so just going down here to look at comments. Okay, let's see. Okay, I don't think I see any questions for the time being. All right, so I'm just gonna carry on. Okay, so there's some thoughts here. So I've seen some questions here, but I don't think I can answer them right now. As in, it's gonna be like off topic, so my apologies, right? And let's see. Okay, so I think the chat generally is good. You guys are just chatting among yourselves. Okay, I'm just going to carry on, guys. So if I do need something, if you do have a question that I missed, please do ask it again, and hopefully I can see it. All right. So thanks for that. Again, I'm sorry if I'm doing this solo. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. Now the beef and potatoes of the stream, right? We're talking about the stuff that's coming in 2026. I guess before that, I should just give a quick update on what's already available this year. So 2025 is behind us now. It's been a quick one. I remember just starting out the year. You know, it's time really flies, and basically we are only left with delivering the Ramen. I'm sorry, and I posted on Facebook yesterday parts and pieces of the project. So Again, it was supposed to be promised as a December delivery, but as I mentioned, along the way we had issues to fix, and then once we fix that, you can see that everything is now in production. I've shown all the parts that is in the factory that's already there. Go check it out. Kaiju Daddy, I'm looking forward to his video review of his pre-production sample, because what I brought to him in Tokyo just 2 weeks ago was the pre-production sample of the diorama, but basically it's 99% the actual thing. All right, the phone booth is there, the lamp post, the whole way it's put together, the way it's presented. So basically, you will be getting all the parts in trays of styrofoam, right? Styrofoam trays. So when you open the box, I'll probably do a video again. So sorry, I'm so busy. I'll probably do a video to show the opening of the box. The first layer, you'll see this. You take it out, there's a second layer. Take it out, there's a third layer. So all the parts are there, all the walls, the flooring, the stairs, the doors is all nicely flattened in the tray, so that when you take it out, you can see everything. Of course, the final obstacle that we have to do is the instructions of how to put this together. Now, unlike a total model kit where all the parts are completely disassembled, this comes partially assembled already. So that means when the floors are 4 pieces, it's already one big floor when you get it. 4 pieces are combined, all right? The stuff that's not combined are the vertical walls, because you can't have the walls, assembled in a 90-degree and then pack it. No way. So we got to just, put the wall, you just have to put the walls down, all right? And then the back wall, and then just do some screw, right? There's screws for you to really adhere the parts together, and then put on the street section, and then if you want to extend it to the super mast, you just change out the connectors, because the connector is for the short connector for the wall. If you want to extend it, you need to have the long connector. So basically, simple instructions on the long connector changing, and then putting the stuff together, and then what needs to be secured. So these are the things. Although sounding simple, it's difficult to illustrate on the instruction sheet. So we're doing that right now. And due to time constraint, we will not print the instruction sheets to be placed in the product. However, we will have a digital copy online. We will actually put a little leaflet in the product that has a link or a QR code where you scan to go to the website and then check out the downloadable instructions. Okay, so if we were to wait for the instructions to finish and print, then that will cause further delay to the product moving out. So what we're doing now is we're just going to pack everything together, because everything has been, the parts are there, right? It's a matter of just packing everything together. And as I said, after Christmas, right? Well, you may say January is after Christmas, February is after Christmas. Anyway, so as soon as after Christmas we get everything together, I would say in January we will start pushing out the orders. All right, so that is the update for the final product that is outstanding for 2025 to deliver. Okay, so now we will move on to 2026. Okay, all right. So as requested, please get the MaKiNa stuff going. So what we're going to be doing in 2026 is a range of MaKiNa figures on card. You may have already seen a preview of that at New York Comic Con, where the glow-in-the-dark figures and translucent figures were on card. So same thing here, we're going to be doing figures on card. I also do note that another company has already done this particular figure, but I think we're going to give it our ramen treatment. Okay, you will see it for yourself in the flesh how different it is from the current market alternatives, as well as this product itself. The figure itself was never released by Kenner, so we're going to be giving it to you guys. All right, a troop builder. On top of that, there are 2 more characters that I will not reveal now, but there will be a line, right? So I can tell you for sure now that there will be Mads Hawking in full color with printed eyes on card. There will be Portia White in full color with printed eyes on card. there will be the Violet Widow, full color with printed eyes on card. Note that the Violet Widow that comes with Mobular has no printed eyes, just to maintain the difference. Okay, so we're gonna carry on putting out. So it's a total of 1, 2, 3. This guy 4, 5, 6, 7. There's at least 7 figures. All right, not counting the Bot and Boy, which is also going to be on card. All right, so Bot and Boy is going to also be on card, and I will have images of that early in the new year, because we were in the process of tweaking the Bot and Boy, right? So the main problem before was that the boy, when he sat on the bot in scooter mode, his hands couldn't reach the handles. So what we're going to be doing is we have a swap out interchangeable part by magnet on the seat, so that you will swap out the flat seat, and then you'll have a recess for his buttocks to go down further, and hence he'll be able to touch the handlebars of the scooter. Okay, so that is one change that we did. So for every change, we have got to go through, a process of putting out another output of a prototype. So again, sorry for the delay, but the delays are always us improving the product. Okay, so hopefully you'll see a nice Bot and Boy in the new year, and then we'll have that out for pre-order, as well as, of course, I mentioned before that there will be a Gullwing gift set with the Bot and Boy together with Mads Hawking in suit. All right, so new Gullwing with cartoon accurate wheels, with cartoon accurate markings, with improved mechanism, so that there's no experience like before where there was some discrepancies with how the doors open. All right, so that will be improved. Basically, we're improving everything. All right, and then that's the gift set. So for those of you who don't want to buy the gift set, that's fine, because you can get the boy and the bot as carded figures. You can get Mads Hawking in suit as a carded figure, and then if you want to have the gift set, you can buy the Gullwing gift set with the 3 figures in the gift set as part of our 5th anniversary special. So there you have it. I just announced the second product of our 5th anniversary. Okay, so getting back to the slides is this one. Okay, so I teased a image of this on Facebook, and then there was obviously a big reception that don't just do a recolor of the Ramen Racer using this. But then again, there's a few people that said, okay, they would like to have it. So I am initially saying that, okay, let's scrap this idea and let's just go ahead to sculpt the actual Pontiac TransAm Firebird. Okay, so that is currently the mindset going forward. And on top of that, we're also inquiring with our legal rep in the States to acquire the license for the TransAm. Okay, so we're not just going to be doing the car like that. We're trying to get the license for the car, and if like what we did with the other car, right, we are going to have a figure as well. Of course, I've not actually mentioned the other car and the other figure, because I will in due course. All right, I promise you, in due course, I will announce the other car and the figure, because I need to get proper approval and be in sync with what the other party will approve that we market it together. Okay, so please wait on that, right? There is another car with a figure, and that figure that some of you have gotten the privilege to see could also be part of the actual Firebird if we are able to get the license for it. It's always a case of if, then, else, else, if, right? If we can get the license, we will. If we can't, we will have to do it without the license for this particular car with a guy with a mustache. Okay, so that is the thing. And on top of this topic of cars, I forgot actually to put the slide up, but there's many requests for the Tiger Orange again. So instead of just reissuing the Tiger Orange, I have made improvements to it. Okay, so one of the issues that we had before with the Tiger Orange, in fact, the Ramen Racer, is that we did not really make the interior properly. All right, we were so focused on the outside that we forgot to make the interior. So I've actually improved the interior of the Ramen Racer, and to make the Tiger Orange more accurate, we will also include the roll bar inside. And to make it even more accurate, we will have uniform wheels and not one bigger and one smaller. To make it more accurate, we'll have prints on the tires. To make it more accurate, we'll have 3 figures that will come with the car. Okay, so I don't want to show the figures yet because I want to show it when we are more matured in terms of the prototype. Okay, and I did inquire about the licensing of this project, but I was told that more likely than not, if this is licensed, that it will not have certain aspect of the car that you guys want, that the licensor will definitely insist or impose that that feature will not be part of the product. So if that's the case, then it defeats the purpose, all right, of making it. You know, we're just gonna go and do it the Ramen way, all right. So look out for that in 2026. Tell your friends and family, and of course, I'll have more updates, colored and stuff to show you guys as and when I am having it. Okay. So moving along. Oh, I should actually do a video. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna actually show a video before I go ahead to announce this. Let's go ahead and watch this video. In fact, I've already let the cat out of the bag, right? That's poor hosting. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna just show this first. There we go. Okay, so I think the video is finished, right? So let's move on to this. Okay, so sorry guys, let me know if you have seen the video. It's over because there's some lag going on with StreamYard when I can't see the video when it's being played. Okay, anyway, that video was to show that we are moving along with Gatchaman G2 Condor, right? So G1 Eagle Shop is shipping next month, and we are swiftly moving into G2, and of course it will have all the features of well, it will have all the features. It will have all the features of transforming. Okay, so this is the prototype of the G2. Okay, for the first time. Hopefully, again, it's worth your while to attend this live stream. This is the transform version. That's how big it is in my hands. All right, and of course, for those of you who are students of the anime, you will know that this is actually a missile. So that attaches, it flies off, right? This is a missile that attaches by magnet, right? Magnet, okay. And then obviously you're gonna have the activation of the nose. Hold on. So this comes off, and then there's this parts here. Okay, there's gonna be missiles as well on the two underneath here. There's missiles, and of course there is gonna be a cockpit that it reveals the cockpit. Okay, and of course this, when you transform it back, comes the wheels, right? So if I put this back over here, right, and I put this back over here, right, that's G2. Okay, and it's going to have lights at the back as well. So this is G2, right? And of course, once we do G2, you can be sure that we're going to do G3, G4, and G5. All right. So this is the first announcement of the new product that we are going to be having in 2026. Okay. And the next product that we're going to be doing, I'm going to do this probably this time, is a video first. Okay. So let's go to this. Hopefully the video plays. All right. Let's play the video. Let's play the video. Is the video playing? There we go. All right. So that is the Outlaw, right? It's coming in 2026, the Outlaw. So it's the follow-up to the Marshall. Currently 3.0, or the Techno Horse. Speaking of that, yeah. So an update for that is currently we have sent the 3.0 Techno Horse test shot, not prototype, test shot, to Ken Coleman, right? The great Ken Coleman, who's going to help us to illustrate the box art for 3.0 Techno Horse. Okay. So once he has done that, we will get his artwork. We'll mash it up into the box. We'll have the pre-production sample after Chinese New Year, and then we'll be shipping out the Techno Horse 3.0 to accompany your Marshall figure really soon. Okay. So Outlaw is the follow-up to those two figures, obviously. And as you can see over there, he's going to have, like the Marshall, an overall that is removable, right? The coat. And then he has the same weapon as the Marshall. He has what skill? The skill is 112, right? 112, like the Marshall. And then he has all the joints like the Marshall. And of course, why don't I just show the prototype? Okay, so again, the prototype of the Outlaw. All right, he's gonna have his cap. All right, and of course, this time around we will make sure that the cap, the hat is nicely secured, because we got some feedback on the Marshall before that the hat was not adhering to the figure when the figure is upside down. So we will do that. We'll do it this time around. Okay, so the Outlaw, right? You can see over there his the details. Hopefully it's coming across clear for you guys. So again, a very initial prototype, so I'm not going to mess with it. All right, that's the cap, and then there's the holster with the gun, obviously, and there's the holster with the daggers, right, which will be obviously individual pieces, right, which they are, right, which they are individual pieces. Okay, so yeah, this is the prototype, and I'll have it painted, right? Painted, and then we'll be ready to do a pre-order once the Techno Horse ships. All right. So again, we're not going to be doing a pre-order on this now because no point, because you have not shipped your Techno Horse. So why are you doing another pre-order, right? So no, ship Techno Horse, and then this goes up for pre-order. Okay, which is I believe somewhere in the second quarter of next year. All right. So I've covered this. I've covered this. I'm looking at my notes over here. Okay. All right. That is the Outlaw. And let me see my notes over here. And then, of course, another reveal would be this. Okay. So take it away. All right. The next thing for armored vehicles, all right, is the Wolverine. All right, now I can use it. Now I can use the name the Wolverine because this ain't the Wolverine, right? So this is our Wolverine. It's available in two colors, Muddy Mauler, and the next one I'm not sure what green I'm going to call it, but it's going to be green. So two colors, and the reason why we actually went ahead with this design, because this is the actual I believe it's called the HSTLV, right? Light vehicle, something like that. High speed, something, HSTLV, right? HSTLV, you guys can Google it, right? HSTLV, a real world armored vehicle, which is what the Hasbro Mauler was based upon. So instead of doing the Hasbro Mauler that you guys want, because you guys have been asking for it, you know, when I saw Rowdy Toys announce his Mauler, and I think that that's a fantastic piece. So why do we make a Mauler that is not accurate, right? So Rowdy Toys has made a fantastic rendition of the Mauler with the actual, I think it's a 6-wheeler or a 7-wheeler, right? And then ours is only a 5-wheeler. So the Mauler on a 5-wheeler would look really weird because we've actually done the modeling before. We actually went to the drawing board and revamp the whole damn thing. Okay, so before we actually had a Mauler already 3D model, but when Rowdy Toys announced his Mauler, I was like, okay, this is great stuff, right? Kudos to Rowdy Toys. I've actually ordered one myself. I'll be picking up from Joe Fest at Joe Fest. So yeah, so he had made a great Mauler, which is, I believe, a definitive rendition of what you guys want. And then if we were to announce our Mauler with 4 wheels and looking a bit strange, then I think that's not a wise move. So rather, that event have allowed me to go back to the drawing board and did a brand new sculpt. All right, so this guy's going to have a commander in the turret with a rotating turret, 2 drivers, well, a driver and a weapons operator in the front compartment. And of course, all these will be shown to you as and when we get closer to Joe Fest. I believe we're going to have the prototype on display at Joe Fest 2026. All right, you guys can go check it out. So in the months leading to that, I'll obviously provide updates on the development. And then finally, we will showcase with the curtains open, unveiling the actual prototype of this vehicle at Joe Fest. And it comes with a figure, right? It comes with a figure. And the figure probably would do well to mix and match between our vehicle and Rowdy Toys Mauler. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, right? This vehicle is going to come with a figure. The figure that has goggles, and you take the goggles out, right? You get my drift. All right. Okay, so that is In fact, it's the end of my slide. All right, so all right, guys. So that is let's see where we are. We are at where's the timer? What's the time? We're at 1 hour. Okay, so 1 hour is done presenting, and then we can have the rest of the time to answer questions and other stuff. Okay, so I think I've covered stuff, right? So I've covered the other car with the other driver. I covered the new car that we're doing, G2 Condor, the next event to Gatchaman, the Gullwing gift set, the MaKiNa figures on card, the Outlaw, right, to the Marshal, the Wolverine, all right, and then there's a few more here, but I think I will just leave it for the next live stream because it'll be too much to swallow on a Christmas buffet. Okay, so all right, we're just gonna go to the chat real quick to see what we have here. Let's see. So from here, any wish on the bridge layer driver? Yes, I'm working on that. So the moment we do the figure of this figure, I will do the bridge layer figure as well. Okay, so we have a range of products for JoeFest to showcase. Okay, and let me just go and up to see. Let's see. Okay, I believe I'll start from here. So if anybody has comments before this that is not answered, please do ask your questions again. On Galaxy Rangers, again, we are inquiring with our legal rep on the license. So far, we have some inroads on who the license holder is, and we are making steps because, again, there's so much to do. We are trying to license the TransAm. We're trying to license this as well, and perhaps what Smokey and the Bandit, things like that. So for a small company, like more than 2 license a year is quite too much to handle. So I have to look at it, but we are, and Gatchaman as well, right? So we are looking at it depends on what comes, and when it comes we will tackle it. So I will only know definitively if we're doing this next year if I get the response. All right, but plans are already there. We are already half sculpted on the figures. Okay, half sculpted meaning that sculpting has begun, just that we need to know, are we doing it with a license or no license? All right, so that is the answer to that. Okay, I'm just going to go down from here. Not magnetized helmet. You can't magnetize a helmet unless the helmet is flat, so it's a hollow, so it grabs onto the head. Okay, all right, and then let's see. So sorry guys if I'm not called out your name for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. We have about 200 people watching me on Christmas Eve here in China, Singapore, while you guys will be Christmas Eve later on tonight. All right, so thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we're gonna look at here. We got people saying the wallet is crying. Our wallets are crying as well because we are spending so much on development and potentially licensing. Okay. That's actually a basket. All right, most armored vehicles have a basket for ammo boxes and accessories, right? But of course, that is quite a big basket. I must agree that of all the tanks MBTs I've seen, that is truly a big basket. All right, does it come in black? Right. Yeah, we were talking about this on the Mega Powers, right? That a proper SEAL team has not been done, and I'm looking into it. Thanks for your question, Robert. How's handle Wolverines? Yeah, right. So this is Wolverine, right? Not the Wolverine, but the Wolverine, right? If you get my drift. Okay. Okay, so the tank turret, is it compatible? The tank turret compatible, I would say no, because the first wave of armored vehicles have a common hull. The Wolverine shares a common track, but the hull onwards is completely redesigned. So it does not share the same option. The Wolverine will be a standalone item. It will not be cross-compatible. Okay. Yeah, I'm out of slides, man. I'm out of slides. Okay. Uh, you want me to? Should I? Maybe. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me. Let me do this. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Maybe. Oh, this is blocking. You see that? All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, all right. So, what's this? No new making vehicles. Do you mean MaKiNa? No, no, there is. We are. It's not yet announced because we want to keep a low profile. We want to not crash the party of the other company that's So okay, that looks sweet. Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We spend a lot of time and effort to do up the stuff for you guys. All right. Um, yes, I forgot to announce, sir, the flag because it's your wet dream. Again, if you think it's possible, let's brainstorm, right? But for me, it's like it's a huge undertaking. I'm like mind blown. All right. Uh, soft plastic hat. Yes, soft plastic hat, not magnetized. All right. Okay, I think I've answered this already. And we're going down. Yes. So no more new MaKiNa because yes, there is. I will. We are in development of one, and I will let you know really soon. And in fact, you guys already know, right? It's actually the overbite, okay? But in 118 scale. So again, I'm going to take a gamble to do the 118, and I'm listening to the crowd who wants the original scale, and there is going to be stuff planned for the original scale. So give me some time. In fact, it should be a surprise to have something in the original scale, and we will see how we can add to our development, right? Again, we are a small team with limited time and resources, but we'll try our best to outsource and maybe get more MaKiNa stuff done in 2026. But I hear the collectors, right? I hear the calls from the fans that they want more of the originals in better made format, in original size, and then we're gonna really seriously look at that. Okay. No, you did not. It's just that I need to have a uniform agreement, right? With the other company so that we can do a concurrent announcement. So I can't just jump the gun. Okay. Thank you for the kind comment. Hot Rod 2188. The toy maker ace, the community's toy maker. Okay. Thank you so much. The weapons, yes, there'll be weapons for sure. Weapons, nice weapons. This one is possible as well. I'm looking into it, right? I again, there's so many projects. Probably a 2027 announcement. The flying secret weapon that hides in a cave. What is that? Batwing? Airwolf? Okay. Oh, yeah. In development, guys. In development. I need to again, it has to be a concerted effort, right? And then once the other car with the driver gets announced and sold, this will come into play, because that is the agreement. They will not do concurrent products that is not yet seen the light of day, and then you do another pre-order for this new product. So it has got to be by the rules, right? So I'm bounded by the rules. So the first product needs to come out in collector's hands first, which will probably, we want to do it before Tomy, right? We want to actually put the product out before Tomy, and then we will get the Airwolf by the time the prototype is already well matured with color, and then we can show it to everybody. All right, so just hold on to your horses. Okay, just the hunter base. I will again talk to my guys on how we want to do this, because whenever we have such queries, if we do a pre-order, chances are that we have a disappointing sales. So maybe we just have to do it on a private sale to you if we have extras. So I will, so maybe email us. Okay, so I don't know who you are from your handle, so please email us. Maybe you already have, right? If you already have, then email us again, because then I know that that's you and you want it for sure. And then if you're just a small group, then maybe I'll just do a private sale. All right, we'll just do something on a private sale. Yes, January for the sewer, because I just mentioned I've uploaded a ton of pics on Facebook. And for those of you who have no Facebook, and I'm not on VPN now, so I can't really show you. But yeah, so I'll do some uploads of the pictures on IG after this stream, okay? Because I understand those have no Facebook, right? You can't see the pictures, but I've uploaded a ton of pictures, about 16 pictures yesterday, this morning rather, for the sewer, and we are committed to ship as soon as possible after Christmas, after New Year, so like January, like I mentioned, right? In January. Okay. Okay, so for this one, again, I'm trying to not ruffle too much feathers. I've already developed the head with the lighting unit, but with the lighting unit, that makes the articulation here less. So I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't know if you guys would want a figure that lights up, but it lacks the articulation due to the placement of the light up unit and the batteries. Okay, so I am still wanting to put this out. So let me work on that. Let me see if I can slot it into the schedule. As you can see, my problem is I got so much stuff that if I slot it into the schedule, something else gives way. And in a year of 12 months, basically January and February is a non-event for us. So we only have 10 months to work with, right? So in 10 months, we have to put up product and deliveries, and our track record speaks for itself. We are not doing a pre-order every month. We're not doing a delivery every month. We're almost doing it every quarter, maybe. So we are improving this aspect so that we can have business growth in that sense. So it's all part of the 5th anniversary for us to, as a team, get together and see how we can improve on development and production. All right. So if this happens, it is a testament that we've improved. If this happens in next year, all right, and I'm doing my best to improve. Okay. So for this one, we are again currently moving into a place between a rock and a hard place. We're not previously, but we're moving into. And once we do that, maybe we suggest this product to another company, and then they can get it licensed. Okay, that's all I have to say. That's my ambition. Possibly, sir. Possibly for that. Okay, because Overbite is a motorcycle, well, partly, and then we can probably jig something for a 112 motorcycle and then put that out. It's on my mind. I'm just conflicted as to which motorcycle, right? Do you guys want a military style motorcycle or a civilian motorcycle, right? So again, once if it's civilian, even military, and then you're talking about getting some proper rights again, more stuff on our plate, more stuff to negotiate, more getting approvals, more getting approvals, and basically it's tough, but not impossible. Because why do I say it's tough? Is because when you need to ask for permission, it's always tough because the party giving the permission has conditions. They want to do it this way, that way. They think that your proposal is not enough. Do better, right? 1,000 units, do better. So it's tough, right? But we will see how we do it. Either the licensing way or the ramen way. All right. Okay. No, I'm not thinking about doing effects on the helmets. Okay. The Hunter and Wolverine are exactly the same size because it has the same track and body. Actually, it is just that the entire top portion of the body has been redesigned and resculpted for looking like the actual HSTLV. All right. Okay, it is in consideration. In fact, I am supposed to announce. In fact, you've seen it in my short screen share. There is plans for the camouflage hunter tank and amphibian. Okay, so I'm waiting for the factory to show me what I've proposed, and then we will be able to take some pictures and show you guys. If you like it or not, let us know. All right. Thank you so much for the kind comments, my friend. I'm not sure what this is. Let me know, Jonathan. Um, Send me a personal message to let me know the details. I'm not sure what this is. Currently, no. Price point, we don't know yet, but I would say that it will all be relative to what the industry has. So not gonna be. We are doing our best to price down as much as possible, and we'll see. Right? It will again when you talk about price point. So like a 6-inch figure, a 6-inch weapon set. There or thereabouts. All right, to our regular pricing. So again, you have probably caught a glimpse of what was in the plans. As for the other one, yes, I said the other car and the other figure, it's coming. So I can only officially mention when I can officially mention. All right. Yes, something like that. If you're talking about that particular question above, is the Techno Horse posable? Yes, it is posable, sir. Sci-fi tank, maybe the next design. Um, ongoing public. No, 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 no. No, we're not prepared to go public. Yeah. But thank you for the 200 investors. We appreciate it sincerely. All right. And it's with you guys that we're here today. Going to be celebrating our 5th anniversary. Thank you for the kind comment. Your favorite purchases for this year are all the ramen toy, black van, hunter tank, and ramen racer. Thank you so much, my friend. We appreciate it. So we'll have more weapon systems for this when it's the Centurions next year, and we'll see how we're gonna line up the range. Thank you so much. Right. So yeah, we are going to progress on this property. Right. Right. Property. Although, right, we've seen Mondo announce that they're doing Brave Star. So depending on what they do, we will act accordingly. Because if they are doing the same stuff, right, same figure, I don't know. Again, we'll still have our take to it, right? The way we did the Marshal, the way we did 3-0 and the Outlaw, and there's other characters there. I've been shown some pictures of the female character and some other figures. So we will definitely want to get that female figure in as well as others. So stay tuned, right? Okay, so we're going through the comments here. Hey, Machalo, Uru Toys. So maybe not a USS flag, but how about a jet fighter? Again, possible. I was talking to my sculptor recently, well, a few months back, about making a jet fighter for 112, but it has to be somehow the size of a Star Wolf, like Starcom. Because if it's too, I mean, all jet fighters, even the smallest one, is pretty big. Okay, and just very conflicted whether do we do 118 scale, because that's the more likely scale to get the jet in. But then again, if you do that, then the 112 collectors say no, doesn't fit my figure. So a 112 fighter jet, my goodness. Again, if you guys really want that, please do write in. Just keep writing in. If I see enough of the emails that wants a 112 jet fighter and which jet fighter, then we will seriously assess it, because as I already stated before, no way you're going to get a 112 F-14 because it is too big, right? It is just massive. In fact, what am I talking? Even a F-16 is massive. Look at that. I'm looking at my table now. An F-16, 112 F-16, it's going to be 1.2 meters long at least, right? At least. So I'm not sure. I mean, again, nothing is impossible. If you guys can fund it, we will make it, right? But I need to know if we are going to be developing it, because it's important, because the development cost is the killer as well if we don't actually go into production. All right, so we'll see. I will definitely have that in mind, a jet fighter, because I really did inquire to get a jet fighter with our own design done, but probably that would fail, because if you've not seen the design, why would you buy it, right? So let me know. I'll probably do up some designs, right? We'll do some designs, a poll, and we'll see what you guys pick. Okay, I think that's the more logical way to do it. SWAT cats, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure about Pirates of Dark Water. I have to Google that. But SWAT cats is definitely dope, and it might be something that we could be tackling. Although that's also done by Mondo, is that right? SWAT cats. Okay. What are my thoughts on the loyal subject defects on their mass toys? So my thoughts are that they are probably overwhelmed, or they are probably taking things for granted, because it's definitely easy to just, in fact, the way prove me wrong, I believe the way they've done the reissues is to get actual mass toys, reverse engineered them, and then make new molds out of them. I sincerely do not believe that they have existing molds from the 80s that they found and they reuse. But again, correct me if I'm wrong. If somebody can say, oh yeah, they're using the old molds. Okay, then okay. So I believe that it was re-engineered, and during the re-engineering process, because it's re-engineered, we're just rehashing. It's so simple that I don't need to pay too much attention to it, right? So by that, it caused the issues, because you were not paying attention to the problems that the toys already had in the 80s. I'm pretty sure all these issues that is experienced by the current buyers are pronounced issues of the 80s. So 80s, it might have been going to be loose, but because you did not pay attention to that part, now you make it without paying attention, it is loose. You know what I'm saying? like the switchblade rotor going in and you need to catch it, that's a catch. If you are indeed backwards and then you had the catch without knowing that the catch needed to catch something, then you do not pay attention to making the catch, more material. That's where the problem lies. So I believe it's a case of, let's just use that, redo it. It's a simple stuff, right? Just just do it without the proper care to say, hey, is it working, right? Is it, so that's why when we did our R&D, we did, for example, the Great White, we did MK1, MK2, MK3, MK4, because we were testing it, and it's like, oh, it's and when we were tooling, we even tested it and said, oh, it's a tight here, let's adjust the tooling. And that's what we do. We do test shots, we put the mechanisms in the test shot, we test the test shot, and if it's not working well, we discovered where the problem is and we revise the tooling. It's a matter of revision. If something is loose, you have to revise the joint tight. If something is too tight, you revise the joint loose. And that is just as simple as that. It's not rocket science. So in terms of the issues, I believe it's just a case of a big company just going through the motions without the proper care. And that's my opinion. All right. I'm hearing you, and I'm seeing what we can do. Again, like I said, we will only do something if we can do it better. Okay. And we'll see, right? It takes time and effort and thinking to make things better. We don't just copy and paste, right? You have to be done better. So it takes some time. Okay, so only Rex Charger would be the Joker card, the most difficult one, because his weapon system is very expensive to tool, and we are not sure if there's enough support to support the sales. But we'll see. Maybe it's a loss leader, right? Maybe we make enough money on our Centurions products, and then we can allocate some losses for Rex Charger. That's the way it works sometimes. Yeah. Okay. Or maybe we'll do a Kickstarter. Maybe that'll be our first Kickstarter, the Rex Charger, and let the tribe speak. The tribe has spoken, and it's funded or not, we'll know in the future. Okay, let's see. Attack boat, okay. Possible. Like I said, that could coincide with the seal that we are thinking of making, provided it's not deemed as any challenge or competition to other manufacturers. Okay, so the G2 Megatron tank would probably ship after Chinese New Year. That's the most realistic explanation, because we are already finishing up the tank commander, and then once that's done, it might just already be Chinese New Year, so we can't pack it into the tank and then ship it, because the tank is already done pending the commander, and now the commander is being done. We probably won't make it because we're currently doing Eagle Shop as well, along with other projects in the factory. So the Ace of Aviation will definitely be after Chinese New Year, and then the commander is going to be done first for the tank, and then that's going to be top priority, right, to put it into the tank and then ship it out after Chinese New Year. All right. Yes, I'm hoping too. I'm going to see how to make it interesting, because just the figure by itself, you want some accessories, right? So we'll see how we can accessorize the figures. But it's definitely going to be cool. I'm going to be interested to make those. So that's done already. I've mentioned that we're going to be tightening up the joints and then going to be shipping it off to hopefully a reviewer before Motuniverse. Next for this would be the 5th anniversary repackaging, rebranding, and moving along with new tooling for the look of the original characters, because our 80s commanders are redesigned, right? We're going to go back and make new molds for the original figures with the original weapon system that you will see with the play value. All right. This is a like way in the future. We'll get to that when we get to it. Diorama for 2026, we will get to it. Not yet thinking about it because we have there's stage select doing the diorama, so maybe that would be the way going forward, because again, diorama is all tooled stuff, and from our experience, after trying to give something to the collectors who are not buying the NECA version, this whole project has not been like a resounding success, because the tooling investment is huge, and then the sales numbers has not yet elevated above our anticipation. So it's not currently convincing us to go further. But like I said, I have plans to make the rest of the wall, and then the leather can go up, and then that corner section, the quarter part, so they can build more. You can buy more of the original molds and build up L shape wise. So those are the plans. But in terms of I saw wrong. I thought I saw new. Okay, so next diorama. So that could be the next diorama for us in 2026, but not a new. We're not contemplating anything new per se. All right. Yes, if we get the license, that'd be great. Definitely, going to be more colors. Thank you, Jordan from Canada. Appreciate it. Happy holidays to you as well. Okay. I mean, seems like you guys only want 112 or the original, right? So 118 no go. Let me know, because our next product actually is the 118. Let me know, man. Because the 112 vehicles is really big, expensive tooling, man. You guys are killing me. Oh man. Okay. Yes, that's my plan. In fact, I've already again asked my legal rep to inquire about this IP. That's all I can say for now. Not really, but we can look into it as a licensed product. Okay, so currently tariffs is not hurting my business because we don't move stuff by the containers. But I don't know. So far, it's not hurting. No, it's not been answered, nor has it been asked. But I don't have any idea of the latest offering of the Marvel Legends. I don't really follow that, so I can't give a good advice or an answer. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm looking at again. If I get the license for TransAm, I would probably want to get a license for Dodge as well, to make the Ramen Racer, like, of licensed by Dodge. And then from then on, I was thinking about the Dodge Diplomat or the Dodge Monaco for the police car. But I've heard other car brands mentioned during the Mega Powers live stream, so I got to reinvestigate exactly, is my choice of the Monaco and Diplomat a good choice, or should I switch to something else? All right. Life is tough. Cut what out? We don't want any cutting, man. This is a taboo word. Okay. I think I've answered that already. Let's see. Okay. More suggestions on making the bikes and the bike kits. So Mobula will be released after Chinese New Year. So the current status is revision of some tooling. In fact, I'll be in Singapore and I'll be having the honor to meet with Robert from the Mass Forum on Facebook. And I'm sure after our meeting, Robert would have some updates on the Mobula for you guys. I'll explain to him in detail by handing him a test shot on what we are improving, and he will see it for himself. And those are basically what we're doing now with the Mobula. We're improving on these aspects, and then once factory comes back from Chinese New Year, we will be able to do production. We are also waiting for the artwork to be finalized, and the artwork needs to be finalized with me taking pictures of certain parts of the model, which I'm still lacking because we are including the Mobula logo at the back of the car, just like how we did for the Great White. So that is being done almost last minute. So I don't have a picture of that yet. So once we get back from Chinese New Year, I'll be able to take a picture of that. We'll finish up the box art. We will compile Brian Gee's mini comic, and then production, and then good to ship possibly in early Q2. I think that was already also the initial anticipated delivery date. So correct me if I'm wrong. All right. So maybe it was Q1, but yeah. So end of Q1, start of Q2. Okay. So that will be the release of Mobula. And of course, Gull Wing, I just mentioned, gift set. Thank you, sir. And I wish you all the best as well. We wish everybody the best in 2026. So this comment talks about the Voltron and Gold Lion, but we don't really have a good graphs of this subject and property. Yes, shorts, and let me see if I can just pull up the images. All right, let me just do that. So I need to do what must I do? I must do okay, I'll do this. I think I'll do this. Sorry guys, I forgot to actually put this slide in from my okay, so I think I can I share this? No, I should just do a screenshot, otherwise I'm sharing personal information. So just give me a second here while I do this and this and this. Okay. And open it by preview, right? So like that. Preview. Okay, and then I'll share the screen of this remove, stop, and this. Okay, so that is the first of 3 figures. I'm not sure how I'm going to sell it yet. Maybe it's a whole set. Maybe I have to restrict you guys to buy the whole set and not individual figures, and then you'll kill me again. Oh, come on, sell the figures by itself. Yes, I'll sell the figures by itself for those who have already gotten the Tiger Orange. Yes, so these figures will be available, but as a set. That means you have to get all 3 together, right? And the gift set, which is all 3 figures with the new General Lee. All right, so that's the first figure. That's the second figure. So no articulation cuts, as you can see in the arms, the elbows, but they'll be there. Right? There's currently just cuts on the shoulders and the hips, but there'll be cuts more. There'll be more cuts. Similarly here, there'll be more cuts. Right? We're going to cut it obviously. Right? And then the final figure here. Right? So yeah, that should answer the question of this. Is the third figure new and improved with a brunette and in shorts? So there you go, guys. That is the answer. All right. Moving along. Thank you. That's very humbling. But of course, Mondo does great stuff, and I'm actually excited to see what they can come up with. Right. So I'm sure it's going to be great. What comes with an adapter to the equalizer? Not sure about that. Okay. Oh, that would be F-14. So it's I don't know, man. You guys serious? Let me know if you're serious. This is possible, right? This is possible. Hey, yo, Joe Jerk, what's up, my friend? Thank you for the stream yesterday. Appreciate it so much. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Obviously, as you can see now, it's much better because my computer was acting up. I've left it on for like months without shutting down. So it lost connection with my speaker and it was like losing connection with the internet. So I shut down the whole system yesterday, rebooted, and now I think I'm good, right? I've not frozen, right? So thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Just do the cockpit will be weird. I think it's weird. Unless you just want it for photography. Maybe we can gamble on that. Maybe we'll do a cockpit only and see how it goes. All right. And do it in such a way whereby there is room for adding the body. Maybe we'll see. Okay. Maximum. I don't know, man. You're talking about the G.I. Joe Ace, right? Not me. So we'll see. We'll probably do it from the Aces of Aviation tooling. Great. Let me know because I've gone through some jet fighters that's small, and they look chubby because the only way to make it small are anyway. There's no real fighters that are small, but yeah, I'll be open to see it, But we will see. We'll see. Yes, the police car will definitely come first. I've already made plans to have it in place. We will do some reissues, but Centurions branding, so not to worry. Um, I don't know. I if I do myself, I'll do more people as well. So we have to pick some people to do as figures. Yeah, it's in discussion. It's they just raised like $700,000 on a comic. Yes, I've also been advised about a helicopter, like the Tomahawk, but again, there was somebody already online that's doing the Tomahawk 112. So again, when something is already done, we are less inclined to do it. We don't want to represent competition. We don't want to represent or misrepresent that we copied somebody's design. So we are just like Bobby, right? He doesn't take solicitations because if you suggest something that he already had in mind and he tells you no, and then when he puts it out, you say, oh, but that's my design, that's my idea. No, because we have lots of ideas, and it's only my word and your belief if you believe me that yes, I thought of that already, or oh, wait a minute, that's a good idea. And I'll be the first one always to say, yes, that's a good idea. I'll credit you, right? Just like how I'm crediting Suka for the CAC set 2.0 on the packaging, because again, it was from his double seater that I first saw and inceptionized my idea to make the double seater. So it's not something that was from my own inception, rather that I saw something and I like to give the credit back. So So if you have a suggestion and I say that it's good, I will credit it to you. But if you have a suggestion that I've already had an idea of doing it, then I'll tell you, yes, I've already thought about doing that. So that's just me. So yeah, don't want to be doing a helicopter of that yet because it might be misconceived as, oh, we just basically just copied the guy. Not ever, because when I heard about Netflix taking over Warner Brothers, my first idea is that, oh, does this mean it's actually better now? Because Warner Brothers was asking for high MGs before. Would the takeover means that I can better negotiate? But then again, why would you think that? And I was told by my legal rep that that's not the case. Netflix taking over Warner Brothers doesn't mean that licensing costs will decrease. In fact, it may increase to cover the amount of money they paid to acquire WB in the first place. So I was just being naive that I thought that I could now go to Netflix or the new owners, whoever it is. Is it going to be even Paramount to get the license? Because I am interested to make 124 scale of the Mirage, just like how we did our Gatchaman in 124. Now I can produce Silverhawks in 124 into what you guys want, the Mirage, right? Because come on, do you guys really want a 112 scale Mirage? Come on, don't kill me, right? 124 scale is possible. So I thought about that. But in terms of the other figures, we'll see, right? We'll see. We have the sculpts for Steelheart, and we'll see if we can get it out, right? We'll see. Maybe, like I said, I don't know. It's all speculation, but I surmise that a tooling from 40 years ago, a tooling from 40 years ago is not gonna be in pristine condition. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at all this thing. This one again, I mentioned it on Mega Powers. It's a tough cookie because it has also many different sculpts. A lot of investment to try to get back the revenue is a very tough project. Again, tough doesn't mean impossible. Not doesn't mean impossible. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy to use the word Venom because nobody's using it, right? So I'll use Venom, and then we'll see. Well, we are. Should I? I mean, I always like to do this kind of stuff. But let's see. Let me just do this. Bear with me. I think we're at 1 hour 45. I said 2 hours, so we'll probably make it there, right? And we'll wind it down because I have to get to the airport. So I'll just do this, right? I'll just do this. I'll do this, and I'll do that, and I'll do this, and I'll do what do I'll do? I'll do this. Okay. Okay. All right, I'll do that. Okay, so just do that. Okay, thanks, guys. So let's see. Any updates on the Wave 2? Yes, I've give the updates. It's gonna be delivered after Chinese New Year, with a new packaging, which I'll share updates on in January. Is this coming along? I'm trying to I'm inquiring. All right. Okay. I heard about this, David. It's quite comical. It's quite comical. Yeah. So let's not dwell on that. Oh yeah. Also something that we are. You've seen the schedule. Costs would be similar to Hunter. Possible. Let's we're trying to work with some creative individuals to come up with like IP ideas. So we're definitely looking into that. Okay, we are definitely looking into that. It's really not as easy as said as done, as done as said. So we are very committed to investigate into that. Thank you, man. It's always a pressure to deliver a good stream, right? Because you're taking up people's time to listen to you speak. So what I speak have got to be not rubbish, but hopefully it's knowledge and information and answering of questions that is answers that you guys want. All right. So it's definitely good that I get the affirmation that it's good stream. Thank you so much. My 112 van skills are good. Yes. And we are looking into speaking of that, we're looking into already slotting into the next schedule for 2026 the removable top of the van, the reduction of the height of the seat so you can put bigger figures in, and then you can just remove the top via magnets and then you can take pictures inside. So these are all in the plans. Again, it's not a new thing to share as a new product, so I will reserve those announcements as and when we can show off what we're doing for new liveries for the van. All right. So my apologies if I'm not answering all the questions that is being posted, because again, some of them are semi-answered, right? Fort Crown, right? So yeah, that is a. Let me just earmark that. Hold on, I gotta take the notes. Let's see. Over here and over here. Let's see. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just doing some housekeeping. All right. All right, got that down. And then we're gonna look at so you guys are interested in the Crown versus the Dodge. Again, after Chinese New Year. Best selling product so far. I would say Ramen Racer, the first Ramen Racer, and the Gull Wing are the best selling products. Ramen Racer and Gull Wing. Yep. What quarter? Third quarter. And you guys can fact check me when you scroll back to see my schedule. All right. Yes, this is something that was always thought about, but I forget. Yes, I'll put that down. Trying to make the figures to match your masterpiece line, because you guys said that the MaKiNa figures that I did, if I just did it in the form of those two characters that you guys want, yeah. So we'll get to that. Get to that. Hey Ken, good to see you. Did the test shot arrive? Let me know. Your ears are burning. Why? 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 I'll have to Google what's a Duke Togo figure. Duke Togo figure. Okay, I'll leave these questions. Well, I personally like to produce other properties. Yeah, like Starcom. Um, SWAT cats. Yeah, property. So many. My God, there's so many. My mind's a blank right now, but I will get to that question, Carlton, in the future. But currently, I'm blank. But yeah, I'm kind of blank now. I just said I'm blank, and you're saying I'm looking sharp. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it. Greetings in Guangzhou. Head off alternate hits for which item? All right, at least I got a potential buyer for the gift set. That's good. Oh, Equalizer is Sergeant Slaughter's Marauder's version. Ah, I thought you were saying Denzel. Okay, great. Okay, I will take a note. Is Sergeant Slaughter's equivalent? Okay. Thank you. This is all a good work of our sculptor Dan. 118. Mentioned already. Richard. January. Okay. Thank you, Ivan. Appreciate it. It's Santa Claus. I got the snowman version for yesterday's stream. If anybody noticed, it's not the same. Not the same. Mesh, a bit of a long shot, and of course this one. I think is the highly asked item and only third party because, as you know, Frank Miller does not license Mad Max. Oh, definitely. I think it can be improved. But again, I've not seen the actual Tomahawk in detail, only like pictures from shot from afar. So I can't make the call. But yeah, we definitely we could improve it, obviously. Meaning we intend to improve it, not that we can always do a better job. We will always want to improve something that's already out there. Yes, a small helicopter has been requested, and we are looking into that. Lots of stuff, guys. All these requests were like from 2 streams ago. I remember. So you gotta give me some time, man. I'm not a big corporation. I can't like you do this, you do that, you do this. I gotta take care of it. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Drew Originals for the 4.99. Will Dukes have alternate heads with no cowboy hat? Yes, because the heads are removable, just like the Marshall and the Outlaw. All right. They look awesome. You have Tiger Orange. Thank you so much, Drew. Love it, but will still buy the upgrade. Oh wow. Okay, then thank you so much. All right. Well, this is inside information for the 200 people watching. If you want to sell off your existing one on eBay that's fetching good prices, I guarantee this will be released. All right. So don't worry. Yeah, this is interesting as well for Vietnam collectors and stuff. I don't know about the 6,000 SUX. I can check it out. On Mega Powers, we talked about Chuck Norris, so we'll see. We will see. So just to clarify, are you re-releasing the Tiger Orange Ramen Racer and the figure set? I'm not re-releasing. I'm releasing with new upgrades, if that can be better understood, because a re-release means it's exactly the same. So I've already done that for the Tiger Orange, albeit a different box art. So initially, Ramen Racer had Tiger Orange and Graphite Black. Tiger Orange was packed in the same box as the Graphite Black on the Ramen Racer box art. Because that sold out and fans wanted it, I re-released the Tiger Orange, but in a new box. So hence, not exactly a re-release with a new box, right? So different but same. Now, upgraded interior with roll bar, equal size wheels with printing on the tires. I'm still contemplating to change up the engine so that when you open the hood, the engine looks different. So that's on my to-do list. And then the figures. So for those who already have the Tiger Orange, who wants the figures, you can buy the figures separately as a set. For those that would like to invest in the full gift set, probably with a nice box art, you're going to get the upgraded General Lee and the figures. All right. So hopefully that explains it. And can I still order the super mask? Yes, you can still order a super mask. You have already ordered one. Thank you so much. And you're considering ordering another one. Yes, you can. And we thank you so much if you do. Oh, but yeah, but 200 is not enough. We need more. So we'll see. We'll really see. Probably a Kickstarter, right? So I think those are the times where we really can do a Kickstarter. We'll see. Or maybe our own website to like I mentioned, eliminate Kickstarter cost. Thank you from Germany, Dr. Akula Graf. Any relations to Steffi Graf? Thank you so much for the kind comment. We'll be making more MaKiNa. The love from Germany on MaKiNa is incredible. Really appreciate it. Danke schön. Danke. He's on a stream watching a stream of another stream. Will be the ultimate. Okay. Summary in 60 seconds. Wow, I'll probably do that at the end of this comment section. So we've gone over basically the deliverables for 2025, which includes the Ramen, which is shipping in January. Wasn't in December. We couldn't make it. Apologies. We are gonna have the helmet of the Mats Hawking 1-to-1 skill prototype with actual lens and filtration system available for Nuremberg as well as the Canadian Action Figure Convention, and then sent off for review to a special someone. We have updates on the Ace of Aviation Wave 2 packaging details and how it's going to be using 2 sets of stickers for the insignia patches. Back to the Bones is undergoing revision for ratchet joints so that you can put on bigger figures without the bone dropping. And that will be sent off to a reviewer who is quite prominent in the Motu space. And then we talk about what's coming in 2026, which is a range of the MaKiNa individual carded figures. We talked about the TransAm license to make the actual Firebird in 112. Gatchaman G-2, Gatchaman license is progressing with the G2 Condor in the same scale as the Eagle Sharp. We have the Outlaw, the next figure to go along, the Marshall and the Techno Horse. We have a brand new 112 scale tank with a figure that's coming to be debuted as prototype in Joe Fest. And that's it. Was it in 60 seconds? Hopefully. All right. And finally, we have, yes, Gowing back in stock as a gift set with improvements. So it won't be a reissue of the original Gowing. And yes, there's requests for this. I need to look into it because a lot of stuff. But yes, I am highly interested in this stealth Firefox. I'm not sure what is a Puro Restless. Thank you, Larry, for the time of watching me. Right, thank you for my time and for the great open dialogue with the collecting community. And we thank you as well. Thank you so much. Oh, so see, when I do new things, I get requests of this. So we'll see. All right, we'll see how it goes. I will make a note. All right, I'll make a note right now. I have to make a note. Okay, let's see. Note mate. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So next. Also, another property that has been highly requested since the early days of us. We'll have to look into it. And like that, we've just passed the 2-hour mark. I got to pick up the pace. Pick up the pace, guys. Pick up the pace. Oh, so the original owners have the license back. That's great. Good news to know. Okay, guys, I got to. I think my somebody's calling me that I got to wrap it up and get to the airport. Okay. Cutting a deal with those who make the jump RAM display. Sure. If you have a design that we can use as a 3D file, that'd be great. If you don't, we got to do it from scratch. Then we just have to credit you as the originator of the product. Yeah, we are always open for collaborations. Just email us, or we can contact them as well. No price for both yet. If you're talking about the Tiger Orange, the new General Lee, but I will get costing as soon as possible. Yes, second story. Hear you loud and clear. F-16 is a smaller jet, but not small by any means in 112. But I would love to do it because F-16 is my favorite aircraft after F-14. Yes, this will be finally a dream, right? It's going to happen. It's going to happen pending, barring any catastrophic event is going to happen. This as well, right? Possible, very possible, because we're working in tandem with other licensees. That's what I can say for now. And in the house, Articulated Ninja. Thank you, sir, for the $5. I'm so excited to see everything you guys have in store for 2026. Every year you get bigger and better for Ramen Toy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, and I'll see you at your convention next year as a promise to be there. Thank you so much, man. And Yo Ninja to Kato's collection. Thank you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Gary G. So Gary G is the mastermind behind most of our art boxes. So kudos to Mr. Gary. And well, am I like so far behind? Hold on. Yeah, I'm not so far behind. Good. What's this? Watching Ace respond to his bias is similar to watching a Hasbro live stream. Okay. All right. Oh, pro wrestling is New Japan. Okay. Like I said, I don't have too much knowledge on that. I have to learn it. And like that, I think I've reached the bottom of the chat. Thank you so much. Right? I'm good. So, all right, 2 hours and 5 minutes, just ran over by 5 minutes. Thank you guys once again for listening to me on this live stream. And for those of you who are watching on the replay, please do leave comments and let me know. Again, do leave the comments on the video so that I can know on some of the polls we talked about, some of the items that we suggested that we need to get some decision and resolution. So on that note, guys, I do wish everybody health, a happy Christmas, Merry Christmas to everybody, and of course a very happy New Year. We won't be doing a countdown this time around. There will be no New Year stream. I'll be coming back straight to work and executing all the stuff that I've mentioned, and I'll be back as soon as possible. Hopefully a stream maybe in January after the New Year, before the Chinese New Year, right? Or maybe before my trip to Nuremberg. But I'll be in touch with you guys definitely. All right. So I appreciate the time that you spent with me. And on that note, take care, right? And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.